Hello everyone, welcome back, or if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Mackenzie. I love beautiful things like bags and makeup, but also practical ones and fashion too, but things that I can use practically. So if that sounds good to you, if you want to see some more of that stuff, I'd love it if you join me here and hit that subscribe below if you're not already, if you like what you see here. If you have been here for a while, I'm glad you're here. Welcome back. We are going to take a look today at, I have the new Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer here. So we'll be taking a look at this one today. And then I have some other Rare Beauty stuff that I'm going to put on my face as we do all of this. But this is the main thing that we're looking at because this is the new product that was released. So let's just jump in and do that, all right? So I'm going to start by applying this. I've already put on my moisturizer for today, like my lotion, my skin prep kind of stuff. This is technically a tinted moisturizer too. I just always put on a face lotion at the beginning of the day that also has some SPF in it, but it's been a while since I put that on. I had thought about going in with a primer, but I don't really need to and I don't want to. I want it to just be natural. I am going to put this on with a brush. So I'm using my Rare Beauty foundation brush actually, because this is the one I've been using a lot lately. So I really like this one. And I mean, it's a Rare Beauty, so I might as well use my Rare Beauty one. But I'm gonna put this on. I have this in the color, what do I have, 20W. So there's, you know, it's got just like a nice little kind of dropper up here. I'm gonna put about that much on for now. I don't know if that actually focused, but you can see there, you know, it's not a lot, but it's on there. So anyway, I have 20W is what I was saying. It's a pretty good match for my skin, but I don't know, the one down was too light that had the right undertones, and then the next ones up were definitely too warm. I'm gonna put a little bit more on actually because I have been talking and it kind of soaked in. Okay. So, and I like to again put it on with a brush so it kind of builds up a little. It's light to medium coverage. It kind of depends on what I'm feeling for the day. I've been wearing this one like to work all week. And some of the times I don't, you know, put a lot on. I just keep it pretty lightweight and that works. And it, you know, evens out my skin all day, stays good. I've had this little annoyance here this week that I'll go back and put some concealer on, but otherwise, like everything else gets, you know, some of these other red spots, I have them, they're there. They get evened out. It's got a slight fragrance to it. It's not bad. I was gonna say it almost smells a little sunscreeny, which would make sense because it's a tinted moisturizer. What is it? So it's called the Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer, and then it's the broad spectrum SPF 20 sunscreen. So like it is a sunscreen too. It's always good to use other sunscreen if you're gonna be in the sun for a while, but for just your daily use, this is a good one. All right, I think everything's evenly blended. As I'm editing, I'll probably catch something that wasn't. It's gonna drive me crazy, but that's fine. We're just gonna go with it. Usually on a day-to-day basis, it blends really well and it looks good. Like it's a good in-person formula. It looks really good in person. I don't know how well it looks on camera because I'm not seeing this on camera right now, but I know that it looks good in person at least, which is the goal, right? Most of us are getting back to being in person a large chunk of our time, so looking good in person is always what we want. And I feel like this does, and again, it's not super heavy. It's nice and lightweight. It could be applied with fingers. I like to use a brush, but it's something that could be applied with fingers, so especially come summer when you'll be using probably more of the sunscreens and maybe wanting more lightweight. At least that's what I go to, is more of a lightweight foundation in the summer. Something that I can just put out with my fingers is great in some cases. So that's what I like about that. But there it is on my skin, blending in. Actually, I feel like it blends in pretty well right now. Again, I might have to go with a darker shade this summer because I will probably be using this summer. Not to, you know, spoil my final thoughts or anything, but I'll probably be getting a darker shade of this at some point. So let's just keep putting on my face. I have a good handful of some other Rare Beauty stuff. I don't have her eyeshadows though, so I'm just gonna put a different eyeshadow on. I wanted to get her eyeliner, but if you saw during my, you know, Sephora video that was a few videos back, when I tried to get it, it was sold out because it was like the second to last day of the sale that I didn't realize was happening. So I don't have that. I do have her mascara, her highlighter I'm gonna put on. I picked up at that sale the her melting blush, her cream blush that we'll use. I have her liquid blush that I've used before too, that's good. But I really like this melting blush a lot. So I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna put some bronzer and contour on, then we'll put that on. So I'm just gonna go into my Patrick Ta contour, the cream contour and the bronzer. I'm gonna put this on, we'll zoom through this, and then I'll talk about the other stuff in a second. All right, so I'm gonna put on I have this one in Nearly Rose, the Stay Vulnerable Melting Blush. So I'm gonna put this one on. I showed the brand new one of what it looked like right away in my Sephora video, if you wanna see that, but this is what it looks like after some uses. We still got that divot there. It just like, I don't know, blew me away. If you saw that video, like, I loved the look of this. I love how, like, I still love the look of it. I like that it's just this little compact thing, but there's a good chunk of, sorry, I'm gonna not reflect this in your eyes, a good chunk of blush in there. What is this? 0.17 ounces, so 5 grams of blush. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. And it is a nice, like, cream formula that almost feels powdery once it's on. Like, her liquid is very liquidy. This almost feels like a powder in a way. So I feel like, I don't know, the term melting blush makes sense to me. Because it's kind of what it does. Like, melts into your skin and then, and it feels, it's cream on my face still, but it just has like almost a powder feel to me. I don't really know how to explain that much better than that, but I really like it. I really like that. So there's that. I'm gonna use her highlighter, her liquid luminizer in Mesmerize, and I usually just go in with my finger on this. And then what else do we want to do today for our eyes? I don't know what I want to do for my eyes today. Let's use Aether. I haven't used Aether in a while. We're gonna use Aether today. Maybe. Yeah, why not? We'll use the Aether palette today. What's a different look that we can do from this? Ooh, we could work in the purples. I usually do the more pinks. Let's work in the purples today. That could be fun. So, I hope that you are all having a lovely springtime. There's snow on my ground. Again. Literally, I think in my last video, I was like, okay, hopefully this is the last snow. Nope, we got more snow. Soon it's gotta be over, right? We're almost end of April now. Gotta be getting close to the spring. We'll see. All right. So this is the Aether palette that I'm using, the newer rose quartz. So I went in so far with this one up in the top, and then I'm doing this purple over here today for the crease. Then I'm gonna go in with shimmers on top of it. But I'm gonna start with the purple and kind of build it up and go from there. I'm letting that determine my look today. Ooh, that's better build up. Okay, I guess we're gonna go a little deeper on this one. The thing is, like, these shadows with the Aether one, I really like to use them. They're fun to play with. They don't pack a massive punch, so you gotta build them up if you want them to, which I guess is what we're doing today. I don't usually, but why not? So Yeah. But if you guys were able to score some fun things from the sale, I don't know why I just put that away. I'm not done with my eyes. I hope that you were able to score some fun things from the sale. If not though, like I say with every Sephora sale, it's not the end of the world because all these other sites have sales going on usually. I just opened Rare Beauty's website before I did this video to check stock and stuff. The shade that I have is in stock actually, but there are quite a few that are currently out of stock because this is new. I'm assuming that they will probably be restocked. I hope they'll be restocked. But I want to go icy or less icy today. I'm a little more smoky. They should be, yeah, so they should be restocking. The one thing I did notice though is right now, if you know, the good old sign up for the email promos, all that good stuff, you can get the mascara. This is the mini. I don't know if it's the mini or the full size, but you'll get a free mascara with purchase. So there's that at least right now. So there's always something happening. There's always a way to get discounts at other places if you miss the Sephora sale. And sometimes I prefer to go right to the source too and get it from the actual company itself rather than going through Sephora. All right, so if you want to see just, you know, if you happen to have this palette, I went in with the Karma down here, this darker gray, and then what did I put on? Quartz, up, brow bone, and a little bit inner corner. I didn't put concealer on. That's why my eyes look so dead. We're gonna do this backwards and we're gonna put some concealer on now, and then I'm gonna have to put some more of that on. I'm losing my mind today. This is what happens when you get a day off. It's Good Friday today as I'm filming this, so I have the day off and I'm putting my makeup on way later in the day than I normally would. I'm clearly losing my mind. It's okay, this will clean up some of that purple anyway. I'm gonna probably want to re-highlight. Trying to not hit the blush. But if I need to put more of that on, I'll put more of that on. Okay, and I'm gonna get this guy. So I'm just using my Thrive concealer and my Rare Beauty concealer brush. For those of you that are wondering, that is what's happening. All right, now where the heck did my brush go that I was just using? Why are my brushes disappearing on me? There they are. Okay, so I'm gonna put Quartz back down in here a little bit because I like to really get the inner corner to wake my eyes up. And then I think the blush is okay. I don't know if I'm gonna rehighlight. I'll put a tiny bit of the highlighter back on. I don't think I need much of it, but I'll just put a little bit down here. And kind of fan it out. Okay. Plus then I can put it on the little, what is that, Cupid's bow of the lip. I'm gonna put on my eye stuff. I will just put on the brows, eyeliner. I'll put those two on, I'll zoom through those, and then since we're doing Rare Beauty stuff, I'll stop and put the Rare Beauty mascara on in real time. But I'm gonna do this quickly. Okay, my brows are finicky today. There's like a clump of it on there, so that was annoying, but whatever. They're on now. All right, so like I said, this is the mini. I just have it in the black mascara. I don't use this one a lot. It's hard with the mini because, like, look at how much room I have there, like none. And the applicator is just a lot bigger than I like. So I don't know. I'm gonna put it on, but with it being the mini, it's definitely harder to put on. So I feel like I'm right by the handle. And I can only actually use the very end of the brush. Seriously, that is insane. It's like the handle, the top, whatever you want to call it, is hitting my face as I'm doing this. Okay, it's not a bad mascara, but if you're gonna get it, just get the full size. The reason I have the mini is because it came in that little gift set around Christmas time, so I was able to try it out. But it's a nice mascara. It adds some length. I don't feel like it's very like volumizing. It doesn't make them super thick, but it's a nice, again, this whole look, kind of everything that I'm doing right now, especially like the Rare Beauty stuff, is a very neutral, simple look, except for the eyeshadow. I went non-neutral today. So I like it. Like, this mascara makes sense with, especially with our Tinted Moisturizer, and even her cream blush is not overly powering. A lot of cream blushes, I feel like, really pack a punch, and this one's not. So I think that's kind of almost why I get the powder feel from it, is it's not overdone, but it is still a cream formula, which I really like. All right, last thing we're gonna do is I'm just gonna use my Rare Beauty lip gloss that I have because I like this one. What color do I have it in? Nearly Rose. Oh, well, that makes great sense since that's what color I have for the blush. I love how creamy this is. I love it. Okay, I haven't worn it in a while. Forgot how much I loved it. So there's the look today. Again, I'm just gonna pull this back for a second so we can take a look, because obviously we're looking at like the foundation, but it doesn't leave any harsh lines. So I mean, yeah, that's a good match, but this isn't my perfect match. It's a warm, and I usually go more neutral. I actually have a lot of like pink undertones, so if I go with the warms, a lot of times they get yellowy. And it's very, very close, which is why I went with this one. And it's not like giving me away that it's not perfect. It's pretty close to perfect. So, you know, it is a pretty close to perfect match. But also because it blends out so lightly, I feel like I could get away with it if it's not. So, all right, I'm gonna back up a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna back it up a little bit, and I'm just gonna talk to you guys some claims and final thoughts, particularly on the Tinted Moisturizer right now. And we'll wrap this up. All right, so this is I have the, you know, the packaging, which it's always just, and our packaging's nice, but I don't know if that focused. There you go. There's packaging if anybody wants to see that, see what's on there. Again, like I said, I have the 20 Warm, 20W. This is the 5th shade. There are 24 shades in this collection. This one is the 5th from the lightest, and the one that I'm looking at for this summer, because I do really like this stuff. I've been wearing it all week. I usually like a little more coverage, but this is like a nice lightweight coverage. It still gives me some coverage and evens my face out. It doesn't hide all my blemishes, but that's okay. And in the summertime, I don't really mind. And honestly, I feel like my face clears up more in the summer anyway. So I will probably be using this a lot in the summer, and I will have to most likely get, I'm looking at probably 24N, which is 2 shades up from this, because the one out from this is very yellow, and that doesn't work with my undertones. So I need to get the one that matches my undertones. But yeah, so like I said, mine is the 5th one in that shade. It's $29 for 1 fluid ounce. There's hair on my lip. Okay. Let's see. It's got built-in broad spectrum SPF 20 sunscreen and vitamin E, both a chemical and physical sunscreen, it says. There's, they talk about all of this, but it's saying the pros and cons of physical and chemical sunscreens. You don't have to worry about with this because they mix them both to get the best of both worlds, is basically what they're trying to say. So it does have both in it. Let's see, it says, think no makeup makeup in a bottle, easy to throw on with just your fingers. This super comfortable, breathable, tinted formula blends like moisturizer into a smooth, hydrated, naturally radiant finish. And again, it's a light to medium coverage. So $29, 24 shades as a tinted moisturizer. I don't think that's bad. 24 I feel like is a good number. There could always be more, but 24 is a good number. I'm glad there's at least 24. So that makes me happy. And like I said, this one that I have on right now is shade, like the 5th shade in. So there are 4 lighter and then 19 darker? I think that right. Yes, that's the right math. All right, so anyway, that's the claims and everything. My thoughts on it, I do like it. I really do like it. It'll stay on throughout the day. It's nice and lightweight. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. So if you're looking for that like no makeup feel, it'll give you that. I'm really happy with it. And I love like the blush too. I just picked this up. I really like the melting blush, the Stay Vulnerable melting blush. They're both really nice. For the most part, I'm really happy with stuff that I have from Rare Beauty. I use this highlighter almost every day. The lip gloss I used all the time last summer. Didn't use it much in the winter just because of the color that I have. But I will be using it a lot again now that spring is coming. Hopefully. And then let's see, what else do I have? The blush, the liquid blush I don't use as much from her, but it's still like, because I don't use liquid blushes, right? That's the main reason why I don't use a lot of liquid blushes, but it's a nice liquid blush. So those are my thoughts on it. I think I'm really excited to see, more and more stuff from this line, hopefully. And I like what she's doing. I like where it's going. And I mean, I was excited when I saw this line. I was a huge fan of Selena Gomez growing up. Good old Wizards of Waverly Place. Loved that show when I was younger. But yeah, I think that it's really great stuff. And again, like, if you don't know, like, the point of some of the packaging, this one's got this indent here. The main reason for a lot of her packaging and like the way their grips are the way they are is this was talked about like in an original launch basically, but to help with like arthritis, being able to use the stuff with arthritic hands. So that's very nice too. All right, I think that I've rambled on enough. Those are my thoughts. I hope that this was helpful for you. I really do like this, and I will be buying the darker color for this summer too, as my skin gets deeper and tanner, like it will soon here. So I will, when that happens, have to buy the dark one because I will probably be using this one almost daily in the summer. And it's nice that it's got sunscreen in it. So I hope that this was helpful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, I would love it if you subscribe below to keep hanging out. I have more makeup reviews coming. There's lots of fun spring bags and things in store too. So I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your week. Bye. Take great care of yourself, and I'll see you later.